Hello, welcome to our home. I'm Morgan from Charleston Crafted, and this is the house that we have lived in and renovated over the last 4 years. We're going to be moving in about a month, so we wanted to give you one final home tour before we start packing up and selling all of our furniture. So this is the front room. This is the room that you see when you enter our home. It is like a formal living room. We honestly don't use this room as much as you would use a regular living room, but it is nice to have the extra space. Some of the projects that we did in here, this was a wall. There's Cece. We had this wall taken down professionally, and we had the ceilings, they were popcorn on the whole first floor. We had them drywalled professionally, and we changed out all the light fixtures. We painted the walls, of course. The fireplace ended here, so we used molding and paint to extend it to the ceiling, and Sean added that crown molding, which goes around all the walls and ceiling and is in the whole house the same look as all downstairs. This is our stairway going up. We removed the wooden balusters and replaced them with iron balusters, which was really easy and really cheap actually. And we stained this, it was like a 90s oak color, and we stained it to match our hardwood floors. This is an IKEA piece. It is a shoe rack, and it actually sold with the house, so this will be staying here. Sean built this bench. We used iron piping just from Lowe's for the base, and then the boards on top actually came out of the wall we had taken down. So that's pretty cool. Now we will walk into the dining room. Like I said, this was a wall before, which we had taken down. That really opened up the space. It made it feel more like a great room. Our china cabinet is from IKEA. It just has some of our blue and white collectibles, hoarded goodies over there. We painted, added the crown molding, added the light fixture. Sean built this dining room table. This is the second dining room table he built for this space. The other one was more rustic, and we decided to go more modern. This was a tree of our neighbors that fell down, like kind of slice for us. We turned it into a Lazy Susan. This right here was a wall that went all the way up to the ceiling, and we had this professionally take it down. It had a lot of pipes in it just to open up the space to the kitchen, which let's talk about the kitchen. If you can see the before of this kitchen, this is the biggest transformation in this home. But we left the layout pretty much the same. We painted the cabinets, they were 90s oak. We painted them white just to light and brighten it up, and put this is Sherwin-Williams watery paint color on the island. Of course, we changed out all the hardware. We added slow close hardware to the doors. Can't show you right now because they all have baby locks on them now. We added this sea glass subway tile for backsplash, and pièce de résistance. My favorite is this sea glass countertop, and it's oyster shells and recycled glass. We locally sourced this, and it's kind of a terrazzo look, but it's all recyclable and environmentally friendly, so we really love it, and it's got a beachy vibe. We also extended the counters when we had them installed. These two cabinets, this bookshelf and this tilt-out trash can, were actually upper cabinets that were removed over the peninsula. We turned that into a peninsula. It was just part of the kitchen before. And we reused those cabinets and then had the countertops run, so it extended the space. Sean and I were just talking, this has become like our favorite nook in the house. It's supposed to be an eat-in. We used it as an eat-in for a while, but realized we didn't need 2 tables. We were eating all of our meals in the dining room. So this just turned into the bar, and it's kind of been overtaken with plants lately, but I really love the vibes that we get from the space. You'll notice that we painted a lot of the interior doors, different shades of blue in this house. It just, the doors are so boring and white. It's a fun way and cheap way to personalize your home. And then this is our half bathroom, right off the kitchen, of course. Sean built this rope shelving. We painted it. This is the same color as the kitchen island, and our front door is this color as well. And we ropified the mirror, and of course changed out the faucets and all the hardware in here for a black look. And I'll give you a little peek. This is all the doors in our house. We're just flat panel doors, and we used plywood and paint to give them a 3D effect, and changed out all the brass knobs for black. All right, so this is our sunroom. This is like the bonus extra room in our house. It's beautiful. It has sweeping views of the lake, which is why we bought this house. We love this space. And this is the living room where we actually live. So this is where we watch TV. We have the coffee table that of course Sean built, my prized fiddle leaf fig tree, our sofa, and then it also is our playroom. So this is a big reason that we're moving. We would like a whole room for Luke, but you can see it's been overtaken with toys. All right, so that's it downstairs. Let's go upstairs. This is our master bedroom. We didn't do a huge renovation in here, but we made a few updates that made it really feel like us. So you can see we painted the walls a beautiful blue color, which is interesting aqua. We added double crown molding on the ceiling and up against the wall. So that gives it a lot of extra depth and richness. I love this triptych over the bed that's actually a picture that we took in Hawaii on a cell phone, and it blew up that big that well. We painted all of the dressers in this space. They were all thrift finds that we updated with paint. And then in this nook is my little office. So this is a built-in desk and vanity. This side right here lifts up for all my makeup storage. And then this is our computer where really Luke just watches YouTube videos, and the built-in shelving that Sean put above it. I love, love, love how this little nook turned out. We have a gallery wall. And then last but not least, we have this beautiful rustic barn door. It was one of the first projects in Sean's first builds once we moved into this house. And we still love it, and Luke loves sliding it back and forth. So then this is our adjoining master bathroom. We never did a full renovation in here. We just decided we weren't going to get the return on our investment, but we did paint. We painted the cabinets to match the kitchen island. We painted the walls a beautiful blue color. And we just swapped out some lighting. And my favorite part of the bathroom is our master closet. Sean built this beautiful custom wooden closet system that just is such an effective use of space. Love it. This is our guest bedroom. This is Sean's favorite room in the house, not because we ever come in here, but it's the last room we did, and I think it best encompasses our current home style. So we painted a 3/4 geometric paint wall, which I think has a really fun effect with white going above, and then at the top is this beautiful tongue and groove cedar ceiling. It really somehow lightens, brightens, and adds a lot of interest and sort of a natural feel to the room, and it smelled really good for a long time. Sean built this platform bed. We never gave it a headboard. That's a long story. That's my only disappointment in this room. He also built these side tables, and we put this wall-to-wall shelf on the top with my rainbow books. Very controversial rainbow books. Over here we have a vertical gallery wall, and these are all posters from national parks that we have gone to, of course, before Luke was born. And then he also built this modern console table. We have a plant in the corner that the Home Depot gave us at one of our conferences with them. I have a funny memory behind that, so I love that tree. And here's my big tall cactus. He's pretty cool. This is our laundry room. We completely made it over as a part of a 6-week challenge. Let me show you some of my favorite things. This is a plywood countertop. It's double thick plywood, and it's just beautiful. It's a great folding surface over our front loading machines. We also added a wall of mini subway tile that's it's peel and stick. So we didn't have to grout any of this tile, it just peeled and stick like stickers. We also added this cabinet. This wasn't here at all. This is something we got at the Restore. We painted it and added it. We painted the walls this bright white color. This is string art that we made many, many years ago before we even moved into this house. I added this basket light fixture, and then you can't see it super well, but we replaced the plain wire shelving with peg shelving here, and I made these metal bins as well to hold all of our linens and pet stuff. And then this is a really world's fanciest litter box for Bear. This is our guest bathroom, or as we've recently started calling it, Luke's bathroom. Once again, we didn't do a full renovation in here, just some paint, that interesting aqua blue color again. We added a 3/4 wainscoting wall just to brighten and lighten up the space, give it some vertical interest with hooks. Sean built this beautiful, Sean built this beautiful cedar rack that goes over the back of the toilet. One thing that you can really do in a bathroom to make it feel bigger is to put in one of these arched shower curtains as high as you possibly can. Made a huge difference, and with the crown molding at the top, it makes this room feel really tall. We painted the cabinet, once again the same color as the kitchen island for that cohesiveness throughout the house. Put up a new rustic, beachy looking mirror, and this was originally a mirrored medicine cabinet, and when we tried to take it off we realized there was a giant hole in the drywall, and so Sean built this little niche wooden built-in floating shelf that is just a special little touch. This is Luke's room, his nursery that we designed. It was an empty room until right before he was born when we made it into a nursery, but it's one of my personal favorite rooms in the house now. It had the chair molding already when we moved in, and so we added wainscoting below it and a peel and stick jungle themed wallpaper above it. And then you can see we did a DIY coffered ceiling to cover up the popcorn ceiling that was there, and I just think it lightens and brightens the room so well. We added this new fan. There's a little baby animal gallery wall. This was an IKEA dresser that we hacked to look a little bit more modern and added a changing table topper. We added molding and new knobs to sort of transform the existing bifold doors. We did a really cool paint treatment on the back of the door here using painter's tape. Hey Lucky! We painted this bookshelf, added these shelves, all his toys of course, and Sean built this custom modern crib just for Luke. So this has been a really special space for him and one of my favorite spaces in our home. This is our screen porch. It has 2 doors, so it comes off the kitchen and the back of the sunroom, and we love this space. We've been using it a lot lately, but it is just a nice little screen-in place to eat dinner. Some projects that we did in this space is that Sean completely refinished and stained the decking on the bottom. He built this plant stand for my potted plants. He built this planter storage bench. And we have this table and chairs that was actually my granny's that I recently repainted. I've painted it a few times now and refinished it just to give it a new life. This is our backyard. This backyard is the reason that we bought this house, and we just absolutely have loved and enjoyed it. We've especially been loving it with Luke playing this spring and summer during quarantine. But this is a patio we laid using quick-read concrete mold, so it's molded to look like stone, but it's concrete. This is our patio furniture. It's covered, but that's all new from us. And we put in this arched stone area with a fire pit and benches to have fires. These are citronella and rosemary plants to naturally repel mosquitoes. And over there we have Luke's little splash section. That's where he hangs out most mornings. So this is our tropical hammock area. Sean built the hammock pergola, which we built the hammock from, stoned underneath, put in some tropical plants, hung Luke's swing. And basically this whole yard was dirt and anthills when we moved in, so he's done a lot of work to grow the grass. This is his arbor arch he built for my birthday 2 years ago. Always wanted one of those to walk through on the gate. And then we just have some more tropical plants along the house. The stones that we used here were actually an old fire pit that we disassembled and repurposed.